to give you documentations, girl. Risk my life to give you documentations, girl. Diddy is talking, but they're not putting it in the news. He's speaking with his lawyers. He's speaking with persecutors. He's speaking with his defense. And there's rumors that he mumbled when Cassie was on the stand. I wish I would have never freaked off with her. Diddy wish he would have never pulled down her drawers. He wish he would have never met Cassie at all. Now she belongs to someone else. He wish he never met her. We got to get into this news, man. Y'all listening? Y'all good out there? Can y'all hear me out there? Let me make sure I'm good. Let me make sure I can hear myself. But happy to see you, Sean. What it do? Taisha, I see you in the building. Can you hear me? Let me know before we continue on. Y'all said y'all can hear me? Okay, cool. Let's get into this news because there's a lot of stuff we got to get into. So without further ado, let's get into it, y'all. Okay, I got it all set up, right? Let me make sure I got it all the way we need it because I don't want it to be bootleg. Y'all hold on. I'm getting it together. I do apologize. Okay. Now I want to get to the new stuff, because there's a lot of old stuff out there. I want to get to that brand new what's happening with Cassie in court right now. They did the trial and they talking about it. I'm a little all over the place. Michael B. Jordan's name was brought up during the trial, and everybody was excited about that. At the time, Sean Diddy Combs was also suspicious that Cassie Ventura started dating actor Michael B. Jordan. When asked about it, Cassie said she didn't know how Combs reacted to this news because she wasn't with him to see. So, yeah, even Michael B. Jordan smashed that ass at one point in time. So they talked about that in the trial as well. So let's just go ahead and get into this news, man, because, this the part of the video I was trying to hold out for until we got some more info. Oh, okay, we got it. Okay, hand me that. Hand me them papers over there. Okay, we good, y'all. Y'all ready? All right, let's get into it. Thank you so much, man.
Focusing back now on our breaking coverage of Sean Diddy Combs' racketeering and sex trafficking trial in New York. Right now, the prosecution's star witness, Cassie Ventura, is back on the stand under cross-examination. And moments ago, the judge just weighed in on timing, telling the defense they have until tomorrow's lunch break to continue questioning her, adding that anything after that would be up to his discretion.
Combs's defense has been trying to challenge roughly 9 hours of direct testimony that Ventura has already given. She has told jurors that Combs allegedly abused her. And she said that over their 11-year relationship, she felt threatened at times to perform sexual acts with him. With us now is attorney and legal affairs commentator Ariva Martin. Ariva, what is your reaction to how the defense is approaching this so far?
So, Brianna, we expected this. We know from the opening statement from the defense, a big part of their case is trying to get this jury to believe that Cassie Ventura was a consenting adult in these sexual acts, these freak-offs that we've heard so much about during her direct testimony. So a lot of what the defense has been doing today during this cross-examination is showing text messages and getting Cassie Ventura to acknowledge that, according to these text messages, she was a willing participant in some of these freak-offs. But one of the things that we haven't done or haven't heard yet, Brianna, is the connection between those text messages in the early stages of the relationship and the violence that we heard so much about during the direct testimony yesterday. And I think when the prosecution gets to redirect, we're going to see them try to link the violence that happened later in the relationship to her participation and make the argument still that she was being coerced into these commercial sex acts with escorts, despite
how you start off is how you're going to end off, ladies and gentlemen. You start off a certain type of way in a relationship. That's how you're going to end off in a relationship. You can't start off freaking and then not want to freak no more. You can't start off giving them special kisses, then you just don't want to do it no more. Everybody, of course, it's going to go bad. Of course, it's going to get ugly, you
may have felt about Sean Diddy Combs in the beginning of their relationship.
And Ariva, what do you make of the judge here weighing in on the timing? Because the defense as our recent reporting indicated, had wanted to go at least through the end of tomorrow evening. I wonder if you think the judge is going to press for them to speed things up here, and that might affect their strategy.
Absolutely, Boris. The judge has said from the beginning of this trial that it was going to be an efficient trial, and he was going to do his best to keep it around 6 to 8 weeks. He has said he'll give the defense until tomorrow afternoon with their cross-examination, and any time after that will be at his discretion. Oftentimes, these examinations, Boris, start to become repetitive, and the judge is going to assess whether tomorrow afternoon, if he believes the questioning is indeed repetitive, if he believes enough information, the defense has been given ample time to make their case. So it's always that balance between giving each party, each side, an opportunity to make their case, but at the same time,
they got no time for fake ones. Just sip some Cristal with these real ones. The judge not playing. He knows a bunch of goofy madness going on. And since that's all they have is Cassie, and they ain't got no other star witnesses or somebody coming with no explosive claims, and this is ex-girlfriend who was madly in love with him, that was willing to do whatever it is that he wanted her to do, and she's married and she already got paid. Like, why are they wasting everybody's time? I respect that judge because he's not about to let them waste his time. You know what I'm saying? And everybody feel like this is a waste of time, but people be bored out here. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna go through everything. You know, I want to pick up where I left off on my last video and just see what the hell is going on here. Her testimony sets up arguments on both sides during the rest of the trial. Ventura says Combs often brought up her relationship with Kid Cudi. Man, this ain't no shit that's gonna put somebody in jail for the rest of their life. Hold on. Court takes steps to have Cassie Ventura testimony conclude before the baby arrives. So she about to get a birth to the baby in a minute now. Combs seen passing sticky notes to his lawyer during Cassie's testimony. How sticky was them notes? I wouldn't trust shit coming from him that's sticky. He a dirty old man and everybody know about it. Message shows Ventura frustration over her difficulty forming a relationship with Combs' children. Oh shit, they wasn't feeling her ass. Ventura says she got a burner phone to hide a new relationship from Combs. Ventura says women on social media often claiming to be in relationships with Combs. Man, get this shit, cut this shit out. Defense is using text to characterize Ventura as a consenting adult, legal expert says. She understand talking about them hoes on social media talking about they was with. So, man, how you going to bring this up in the trial and he about to be put away for the rest of his life? Ventura addresses defense saying she feels there's a lot we skipped over. Bitch, we ain't got time. Ventura says she felt some jealousy of Combs' partner, Kim Porter. Oh, y'all can't even see this. I'm so damn silly. I'm reading and y'all can't even see it. I do apologize. Defense reads text from Combs to Ventura in which he wrote about surprise package coming from out of state. Some big buff BBC that she been asking for months. More messages about freak offs presented to the jury. Defense is trying to paint the picture of a more complicated relationship between Combs and Ventura. Cross-examining has resumed. They wanted to, man, I'm looking for the most interesting things because Cassie, she's a kid. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how old she is. Talking like this, she's a child. I want to hear about her beef with Kim Porter. Ventura says she felt some jealousy of Combs' former partner, Kim Porter. And I know Diddy ain't like that. The kids ain't like that neither. She's speaking on their mom in court, trying to put their dad away for life. Their mama dead. The ultimate disrespect. Cassie Ventura is now testifying about other women Sean Diddy Combs spent time with while the two of them were dating. Ventura testifies that she had some jealousy of Ms. Porter, referring to Kim Porter, who shared 3 children with Combs. Porter died in 2018. Now, why would she bring that up in court? She told them people that she was jealous of Kim Porter. Man, Ventura confirmed that it would upset her when Combs would spend holidays with his family in Porter, even though the two were no longer in a romantic relationship. You can't understand that man. So she can't understand that he just had a newborn baby. He a businessman. She dragging him to court for her some shit. She and her feelings. She done took away his livelihood. Done took away everything he had, and she married and pregnant with another man, baby. And then had the nerve to turn around and say she was jealous that he was spending time with Kim Porter, even though they wasn't even romantically involved. She confirmed that it would upset her when Combs would spend the holidays with his family in Porter, even though the two were no longer in a romantic relationship. Ventura also testified that she learned Combs was spending time with a woman called Gina. That's his own personal business, you hood rat. She said, I was really upset. Ventura testified on the stand. She said Combs denied the relationship to an extent, but added that she and Combs argued multiple times about him getting back together with Gina. She said she also argued with Combs about other women. Ventura said Combs was also suspicious that she was romantically involved with other men. Is this sex trafficking or racketeering going on here? Like, what's up? What's wrong with this chick? I want to see the part where she was talking about Diddy kids. I don't want to see that part. Talking about them bitches on social. She says women on social media. Chick, grow up. She got a burner phone to hide her news. She was shiesty. How you gonna argue with him about spending time with his baby mother and his family? And you got burner phones and you messing with other rappers or whatever the case is. She corny. Messages shows Ventura's frustration over her difficulty forming a relationship with Combs' children. You not they mama, you ain't gonna be they you ain't nobody. You just his freak his busted baby at the time. By 2013. Yo, can y'all hear me out there? Cause I'm reading this. Ain't nobody saying no. What's going? Is the chat stuck? Is it broke or something? Y'all gotta let me know y'all in here. Is the mic working? Somebody let me know, man. Y'all gotta liven it up out there. Y'all gotta let me know y'all in the building. Cause I'm trying to give y'all the news. I gotta know that I'm giving the news to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Okay, where we at? Okay, by 2013, Cassie Ventura had been in a relationship with Sean Diddy Combs for about 7 years, she testified. But she said she still hadn't been able to form a relationship with his children. Ventura expressed her frustration over not being able to spend time with him and his kids in the July 2013 message she sent to Combs, which was shown to the jury this afternoon. Probably because you old enough to be their sister, man. The message in part references other divorced celebrity couples and how they spend time with their family. The message went on to say, I've been at the edge of tears this whole week. I don't think that you sympathize with my feelings. I understand you feeling like you need to protect your children, but after a while, it's like, for what? We've never known. Hold on, they've never known you and Kim Porter to be together unless there is something that I just don't know about. They were babies when we started dating. Yo, mind your business, chick. Why is she speaking about? Man, she's a nuisance. No wonder I ain't gonna say he was right for doing what he did, but come on now. I want to see the latest updates real quick. Ventura's testimony set up arguments on both sides. Okay, let me see what they recently talking about. Because she's still up there, man. I thought she was supposed to be taking a break or some shit. Prosecutors expect questions Ventura for another hour after the defense finished cross-examination. Jury dismissed for the day. Ventura walks through messages Ventura and Combs exchanged before the hotel assault. Cassie is a bird. A straight dodo bird, man. I can't believe that she running them through this old high school BS. And she's supposed to be a grown-ass woman. Hold on, y'all.
Time keeping the trial moving so that jurors, that's the big issue here, is keeping these jurors engaged.
For what reason would the judge grant going beyond lunchtime tomorrow?
I think Brianna, if he believes that the defense has new material, if there are questions that have not been asked before today or tomorrow morning, if the judge believes that the defense makes a credible argument as to why they need more time. Judges are often persuaded by arguments from the lawyers that there's a particular area of questioning that they want to go into that they haven't gone into before, and that is essential to them making their case.
And when it comes to some of these text messages exchanged between the two of them, Mariva, I wonder what you make of them highlighting moments where there was some emotion exchange between the two of them. Cassie talking about how much she loved Combs, that she wanted more time with him, more intimacy together, and Combs apparently at times reciprocating that.
Well, we know from Cassie's testimony yesterday that she said she was in love with him, that she had really strong feelings for him. And a big part of what the defense, again, is trying to make the case for is that these text messages are evidence of a couple that were in love, that chose to bring third parties into their sexual relationship, and that at all times Cassie was a willing participant. But again, trials are marathons. So good day for the prosecution yesterday. Some may say a good day for the defense so far today, because they are establishing that at least in the early stages of the relationship, there appears to have been some form of consent. But we still haven't gotten to that point where we know that Cassie was saying to Sean Diddy Combs, I no longer want to participate in these freak-offs, that I'm threatened, I'm concerned about blackmail, I'm concerned about physical violence if I refuse to participate in them. And these issues of consent, Boris, are very complicated sometimes. Obviously, someone can consent to something at one point in time, and they can withdraw that consent at a later point in time. So I think we're going to see that concept played out during redirect by the prosecution.
I want to get to some of the latest details that we've gotten from the courtroom, specifically some of the text messages that have been exchanged between Cassie Ventura and Combs, and specifically the defense asking Cassie Ventura about a conversation in March 2017 when Ventura told Combs to essentially stop playing the victim, saying that she loves freak-offs when we both want them. And then she was asked about that text message. She said, I would say that loving freak-offs were just words at that point. Dave, I wonder what you make of the defense going through these text messages, trying to paint a picture of cohesiveness and even agreement over these sexual encounters that the prosecution is saying were coerced.
I definitely think the defense has won some points, because although the prosecution tried to take the sting out of some of this by showing that she may have texted Diddy that she liked freak-offs, but at some point this was force, fraud, or coercion, that it was against her will, and she was just trying to please a man she loved, an unrequited love. But still, jurors are human beings, and when they see this, they're going to cast some doubts, have some doubts in their minds over whether this was consensual. Now, the prosecution gets a chance to rehabilitate the witness later, and that's when Cassie can say, I said what I said, but you can see by my actions, by his actions, that this wasn't consensual. I mean, he beat me up. He forced me to do things against my will, even if I was into it at the beginning just to please him.
No, she was in a bad relationship. It went bad. People have ups and people have downs. That's it. People have ups and downs. It was a bad time. Diddy said it in his damn speech, man. Hey, y'all bear with me, because I need to pull this up real fast. Yeah. We're gonna take a little moment, a little detour, and talk about this for a split little second. And I ain't gonna hold y'all too long, but it's necessary. We gotta go through this. Look.
Heavy D, I used to stalk Heavy D to get a chance.
No, I don't know what the fuck they doing with that. I need to get it the way I need to get it without all that goofy shit going on. Did they pull the Lifetime? Okay, here we go.
Oh man, first of all, I want to thank God. This is not, we don't, I'm gonna pray. Yo, I'm gonna care for failure. These empty minds are focused, man. We ain't here. I put this. I got controlling our own destiny. This first shall be last. We gotta. The last shall be first. And if don't be silent. Put
Hold on, what's going
some
on
money
here?
in the game. Fine.
Why they took the original shit off, man? Now you can't find it nowhere. Okay, here it go. Look.
Yo, I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I was in a dark place for a few years, you know what I'm saying? And I have to give a special shout out, thank you. All that love. Cassie for holding me down in the dark times. Love. Yo, I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I was in a dark place for a few years, you know what I'm saying? And I have to give a special shout out, thank you. All that love. Cassie for holding me down in the dark times.
She heard the shout out, and he ended his speech with that. He admitted that he was in a dark place. And he still, his Lifetime Achievement Award, he acknowledged that Cassie was with him when he was going through some dark periods in his life. When them opioids was eating his ass alive. He was strung out on that shit. And she was too. She was an addict and he was an addict. You figured she would be more sympathetic. She did some things while on them drugs too that she regret. That's what junkies do. But she still got him in court. Excuse me, about to put him away for life. Y'all see what I'm saying? She heartless at this point. Now he was wrong, but she was wrong. Where was she ever right? She was dead wrong ever since they got together. She was foul then, she foul now. So yeah, it ain't looking too good for Cassie right now. Her public persona, whatever you want to call it, is shot. Look.
It doesn't mean that I consented the whole way through. But, jurors are going to, by his actions, that this wasn't consensual. I mean, he beat me up. He forced me to do things against my will. Even if I was into it at the beginning just to please him, it doesn't mean that I consented the whole way through. But, jurors are going to come at this from their own life experiences with freak-offs or something foreign, unique, weird. And if they think that Cassie at some point was part of it willingly, yeah, that's going to be really bad for the prosecution.
Richard, when she says that I love our freak-offs when we both want it, I mean, when we both want it, inherent in that is that sometimes she didn't. And I wonder what the jury might think about that.
No, it ain't no sometimes anything. She was with it. You do it once, twice, 3 times, whatever, you with it. Ain't no when I want it, when I don't want it. It be times when she do want it. It's times when she did like it. It's times when she asks for it. Shit, you don't want ice cream all the time. But sometimes you want some ice cream. Sometimes you feel like you need to go on a diet. Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't. That's life. That don't mean he need to get life in jail. That's like, oh, I killed somebody, but I don't feel like killing somebody today. You still a killer? I smoke crack. I don't feel like smoking crack today. You still a crackhead? I eat booty, but I don't feel like eating no booty today. Guess what? You still eat booty. If you did it once and you would do it again, and that's just what the fuck you do. So they gonna make him guilty for the times that she didn't want to do it when she did it. What about all the times when she asked him to do it? He can't win for loot. These are grown ass people. You want to know? Just because they look old and look grown, they were still raised off of them damn computers. They still children. That's what's wrong with the world. We got children running the world. Just yesterday, these motherfuckers was in their cribs. I think we at a point to where it's impossible for people to really grow up. With all the technology, with all the information, it's impossible to really, really grow up, y'all. I don't give a fuck how old you are. We got people 60, 70, they still kids. Still in the teenager mind frame. You got doctors out here. You getting operated on by a grown ass child. Lawyers, they kitty. It's a kitty world we living in. We've been captured by some kitty shit that we just can't let go. I know I suffer from the shit, man. Man, sometimes I be wanting to watch cartoons. I don't do it, but I come across a cartoon like I think I want to see that. For the past couple of weeks, I've been sneaking playing video games on my laptop. I ain't proud of it. I took that laptop and I put it up. I said, no, I ain't gonna be doing this shit. I was playing that Streets of Rage 4 and on the survival mode, and I got to level 38. I'm like, maybe I could get to 40. Then I thought about it like, man, if I don't cut this bullshit off, the point I'm trying to make is these people, all of them is kids. It's a bunch of kids in the courtroom. The lawyers, the attorneys, Diddy, Cassie, they pointing fingers and stuff. They might as well, when they do their little lunch break or whatever, they might as well eat some baby food up in there. Because they can't even... And the people, the spectators, the commentators, the people that... Everybody, man, read the comments. People don't know what the hell to think. I'm going to shut up about it, man. Let me see if they got some new updates real quick. I think they done with it. Ain't no more updates. It's all done. They finished it. Let me go back to this for a little bit before we get back into what they was talking about. I see you beautiful ladies over there. Don't think I don't. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate y'all for watching. Somebody said, in my opinion, Cassie Ventura, can I play victim? She was messing around with Diddy, even when he was allegedly beating on Kim Porter. Everybody knew how Diddy character is, and she still went for it. Hey, they say she was more demonic than Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Said Sean's brain plus cannabis equals self-help and psych meds. I don't do drugs. I ain't Diddy. He said, wait until the freak out where boys come up. Cassie not on trial. She's a witness. Yeah, man. Look, I agree with everything that y'all saying out there, man. Y'all the realest. They dismissed for the day. Defense walked through messages Ventura and Combs exchanged before the hotel assault. Okay, this is interesting. Like, what happened before the hotel assault? This young lady said, I'm her favorite YouTuber, y'all. So she don't know how deeply that touched me in my heart, but I've been fighting back tears this whole time. She said that me, Docs Daily, is her favorite YouTuber. Can y'all believe that? Y'all show her some love, man. She's showing me love. I'm showing you love back. People like you make me want to keep doing videos for the rest of my life. She said, love you. So I love you too, man. Real talk. Thank you for holding me down in the dark times. Times I only get 2,000, 1,000 views. I want to give a shout out to Taisha Glenn holding me down in the dark times. Love. And don't you try to sue me for no bullshit in the future, man. Defense walkthrough messages. Defense attorney Estavo is going through more messages between Cassie and Diddy from March 3rd, 2016, which led to the freak off before the eventual assault in the hotel hallway. Okay, this what I want to. This what I want to know. What the hell was going on before that happened? Some of these messages were shown to the jury by prosecutors during Ventura's direct examination. After going back and forth about potential plans with her friends, Ventura messaged, "We can have fun. I don't want you thinking I don't want to." She told Combs to set it up. She told him to set that freak off up. You call them boys, you get their penises rock hard. Now I'll be there for you, daddy. She said, we can have fun. I don't want you thinking I don't want to. Set that shit up. The defense attorney suggested Ventura proposed and encouraged the freak off, in which she did. Ventura pushed back, testifying that messages from Combs repeatedly asking about her plans for the night was his way of posing a freak off. No, Cassie. Said we can have fun. I don't want you thinking I don't want to. Set that shit up. You're like, okay, Cassie, I got you. Ventura pushed back, testifying that messages from Combs repeatedly asking about her plans was his way of posing a freak. Man, he asking what you got going on, what you doing, what's up, what's good, and you let him know that it's all good. You told him to set it up. How was that not consensual? She said, when you're with someone for so long, you know what they mean when they text certain things. Well, okay, well, if you know what he mean, you know what he want, and you could have said yes or no. I couldn't tell him no. She said, I don't want you thinking. Let him think that you don't want to. We can have fun. I don't want you thinking I don't want to. Set that shit up. I don't want you thinking that I don't want to. And me and you now, I said, make that move. Tell me if you like it. Man, Cassie a demon. I don't care what nobody say. That whole song, and me and you, tell me if you like it. I could see her in the booth sweating right now, with the veins popping out her neck, talking about, tell me if you like it. Me and you now, you better make that move. And she fucked up at the BET Awards when she did her performance. I kind of want to look at her video a little bit. Y'all want to do this? Let's do this real quick. It's only going to take a second. I promise we're going to get back to the Diddy news. It's gonna take a second. Let's do this. Okay, I'm going to slow it down too so we can get the jizz of what's going on with this. Y'all ready? Look, come on.
Baby, tell me if you like it.
And baby, tell me if you like it. Like, I like that, baby. Yeah. Like it when you scraping and scrambling for shit.
It's me and you.
She's setting up a freak off on a BlackBerry. Bad boy entertainment. It started off with Cassie on the phone setting up a freak off. Like, tell me if you like it. Cassie. Man, somebody made that beat on their phone. I'm going to mute that shit because I don't want to get no copyright strike. She thinks she's Janet Jackson in the gym about to do some dance routines. She about to set up a freak off in there. What the hell? She in a dusty ass motel. Where's she at? Don't tell me the whole video in this raggedy motherfucker. She got that same hoodie on when Diddy beat her ass. Like, tell me if you... Yo, I know she ain't got on that same damn hoodie. She was introduced to the world in the hoodie and got that ass beat in that same damn hoodie. She ain't got no ass. No, she ain't got nothing going on. Like, I like that, baby. You built like my little brother, no Diddy. What the hell? Gotta make that move now. I said, tell me if you like it.
Me too. Now it's me and you.
They had aliens on the beat. Y'all heard that shit? It sounds like something from the X-Files. Tell me if you want me to. Her weird ass.
Now it's me and you.
Woo, that shit whack. She had the nerve to try to pop her little stinking ass. Diddy kick. He almost missed that ass when he kicked it. He kicked her square in her ass. They said when they seen the pictures of her freak off, they looked at the pictures and turned their head like, like she ain't supposed to be able to bend like that. Oh, hell no. They was tapping them bones. They all had to get high to hit that. He high as hell with his eyes rolled in the back of his head. Talking about, she ain't working with nothing. She ain't working with nothing. Oh my God, she ain't working with shit. Oh my God, she ain't working with nothing. Like, that's right, daddy. She ain't got a damn thing going on. I'm looking at you, nigga. What you want to do, nigga? I'm looking at you, nigga. Like, what you think I'm looking at? A sack of bones? No, nigga, I'm looking at you, nigga. And tell me if you like it.
You're the one I wanna give it to. I can see.
Whoo, that bubble gum is popping. Popcorn, bubble gum. They put the popcorn up to the damn the auto tunes machine to make the beat. I said pop, 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 pop. She in there got a man. This is the cheapest video you ever seen in your life. They gave her a dirty couch, a bottle of water. Like, bitch, make that shit work. Who skeeted on her chest? Diddy, you dirty dog. They filmed this after a free call. She still had the skeet on her chest. Oh, what is that, man? They skeeted on her face. Like, tell me if you want me to. Now y'all know she was stank. Don't lie. You can tell by the in the room. She had cold sores on her mouth and everything. This chick got issues. She was strung out on drugs, man. That's why she was so skinny like that. Smoking. She was on all different types of drugs, man. She was on drugs I didn't even know existed. What the hell is an MDDA? You would have thought she had her bachelor's degree or some shit. A master's degree. She's smoking PhD and GED. She's smoking on GPA and all. You would have thought she was talking about her schoolwork. Oh my gosh, she is awful. Awful with the whole video dusty, man. It's a dusty video, and she dusty. The walls green is fine. Ain't nobody sweep. They could have at least swept up in there for her to do her damn video. They threw her stinking ass with that Goodwill furniture. Like, look, Cassie shooting a video. I ain't spending no money on this bitch, man. Yo, we gonna go to Goodwill, get some tables, set her up in the garage or some shit, man. We ain't spending all that money on her. He got videos with money falling out the helicopter, shiny suits. He got about 15 backup dancers while he's spitting his little whack rap. Hold on, man. We got to do this real quick. Oh my God. I got to see. He a foul motherfucker, yo. I got to see this real quick. Y'all stay tuned while I get this set up. Pretty please. It's only going to take a second. This man spent millions of dollars on his music videos. His shit, he got actors. He on the golf course. Look, they got lights. They got on bling. Fireworks and shit. The dancers got on fly shit. They all out there. Look. Fireworks. Oh my God. The video epic. They floating in the damn whatever the hell they at, having fun. Look how he did Cassie. She looked like she stressed the fuck out. She waiting for him to put another line on the table. Like, come on, let me get another hit. Come on, man. She cracked out in the dirty ass gym. She ain't got nobody in the. It's just her and the whoever holding the damn camera. Like, I got this little junkie bitch. And she talking about she want to make music, man. I tell her whatever she want to hear as long as she wasn't a freak off, man. While him and Mace, hold on, y'all couldn't even see Cassie in the video looking all stupid. This shit look depressing. She got to talk to herself in the mirror because he ain't cast nobody else to be in her video. Damn, she look demonic. You see that look at her face, man? She wicked. While they out here, do y'all see what I'm talking about? I don't got to stress it no more. I just wanted to make that point real quick. But that's Negro here, no there. Hey, let's get back to this real quick, y'all. Y'all ready? Come on, let's go.
Well, I think what the defense is really trying to do right now is to establish Cassie as her own agency. In other words, all of this really leads up to them establishing she is independent. She's making her own decisions. She's communicating with Sean about the relationship. She's talking in a very independent way. So they're trying to not just establish that sometimes she actually participated willingly in this, i.e. consensually, but also that she's her own person. In other words, she could have walked away at various points and not have participated. Jurors are going to be fundamentally confronted with these two different versions, these two different character portrayals of who Cassie Ventura is, and ultimately decide what it is. The complication of the relationship is a key point for the defense.
Imran, notably, there was one message, and I believe we have the graphic to show it, in which Cassie Ventura is describing to Combs going back and forth in her mind with wanting and not wanting to do it, these staged sexual encounters. She said the last time was a mistake and since has made me feel a little dirty and grimy as opposed to sexual and spontaneous.
What about the other times? She ain't feel like that. Sometimes she felt good about it. Like, yeah, I like that shit. Let's do it again. You can't be picking and choosing. She was grown as hell when all of this was going on. He didn't meet her when she was a child. She was an adult, a grown woman, and the longer they spent together, the more grown she got. When it was over, she was in her what? Her late 20s or something. She was done hit the wall hard. About to turn 30. So she was grown for a long ass time. What it do, y'all? I see y'all out there. Let me know what y'all think about this. Said the type of person Puffy is, he would have got rid of Cassie like he did others, but yet he is still alive. So how was her life in danger? She is still alive, so how was her life in danger? It wasn't in danger. He was concerned about her health and her life and stuff. You know, by reading what they were saying in court, he would be blowing up her phone like, you all right? Is you alive? Because he witnessed her OD before. And he felt obligated to keep touch with her, keep track with her because she's associated with him. You know, he had other artists die on him. Biggie died on him. Craig Mack died. Fucking Black Rob died. And so many people die around him. He like, if Cassie OD and they find out that she was with me and she was on drugs and they gonna hold him responsible for that. So hell yeah, he was concerned about her whereabouts and what she doing and where she at, because she was a junkie. And she admitted that she was on drugs before she met Diddy. She had a dealer that she would go get drugs from, and she would do drugs with her dealer. She said it all on the damn stand. So he didn't put her on with nothing. She came to him as is. She was with the shits. She left her boyfriend to be with Diddy. She lied to her man. She said that she told her boyfriend, show him some fake flyers that she was going somewhere else and she was really going on a trip with Diddy. And on that trip, when she lied to her boyfriend and said she was going somewhere else, that trip is where she said she fell in love with Diddy. Spiteful, vindictive. And Diddy told her, I don't trust you. I never trust you. He ain't never trust Cassie. But she will always offer him a good ass time. That's like you having a chick and you know she gonna give you what you want. You know what I'm saying? And you don't even like her like that. That's what he should have left her alone. That's his fault. He should have been cut Cassie off. He played with her. He toyed with her. He went along with her bullshit. Talking about I love you, I need you, and all. That's where he fucked up. He should have never told Cassie that he loved her. And that's where so many men mess up, man. If you can avoid that, avoid that. Don't be throwing that word around loosely because eventually you're gonna start believing your own shit. If you don't mean it, don't say it. And you got to know the difference between love and lust. I'm pretty sure he lusted Cassie. He liked the fact that she was a freak. And you know he a freak. She had to be a bigger freak to keep him hooked for 11 years. Diddy he a freaky motherfucker, man. She had to be 5 times the freak in order to keep him interested. You know? Like her freakage had a hold on him. Defense asked Ventura to confirm baby oil was not laced with drugs. Defense attorney Estabo asked Cassie to confirm that Johnson's baby oil they used during freak-offs was never laced with drugs. The defense attorney also asked her to confirm that filling a baby pool would take a lot of baby oil and might explain why Diddy Combs was keeping lots of baby oil on hand. They still with that baby oil shit. Large amounts of baby oil were recovered during searches of Combs' residence in Los Angeles. What did Cassie have to say about that? Did they say yes or no, or what's going on? Did she answer the question? I don't see where she answered it. They took a break. They came back. She took another damn break. She got she got out of there when they started talking about that baby oil. Her baby started kicking and shit. Like, I'll take another break. Cassie Ventura is back on the stand after a short break. The jury is back and Cassie is back on the stand after the short break. Did she ever get around to answering that shit? They must have left it alone. Like, you sound stupid. Like, you asking about some drug. How would Cassie know? I seen him put the syringe in the baby oil with the GPA PhD. He did. He laced it. That shit is so damn childish. Cassie act like she didn't even hear that shit. As soon as the lady asked the question, she went and was like, I have to take a break. Like, this shit is ridiculous. Like, Cassie, can you confirm rather if the baby oil was laced with drugs? Like, yeah, I gotta use the bathroom. I'm sorry. She came back. Combs' lawyer suggests he was going through withdrawals before the 2016 hotel altercation. So Diddy was freaking out. He needed them drugs bad. He was mad. He ain't have his dope. Defense attorney Estavo is suggesting Diddy Combs was going through. Hold on, where am I? Okay, there she go. Defense attorney Anna Estavo suggests Sean Diddy Combs was going through withdrawals, and days before the March 2016 assault at the Intercontinental Hotel, Combs' attorney reviewed a series of text messages from March 3rd between Combs and Cassie Ventura, in which the couple discussed Combs having symptoms that Estavo suggested were consistent with withdrawal. Ventura testified that she does not remember Combs going through withdrawal at the time. She acknowledged the text appeared to suggest he was sick at the time. So yeah, Diddy was on that shit. He was going through it real bad. You know what I'm saying? She said, Carisha, the type of chick you slap and she'll just moan and bend over. You know what? She would like that shit. Like, oh, you want to act bad? Okay, that's what you're doing. You acting bad? Okay, I can act bad. You slap her ass, that will really turn her on. Like, you gonna pee on me next, right? And after that, you gonna doodle too? And you gonna make me eat it. Oh, you wanna act bad? You acting bad. She would like that nasty shit. Like, Carisha, I'm serious, man. I'm fucking mad. Like, okay, Mr. Act Bad. Like, yo, get the fuck out of here. Are you serious? Like, get the fuck out of here, Carisha. I'm gonna leave you tripping, Diddy. I like that. She be biting her nail while she walking out the hotel room, like Mr. Act Bad. Fuck wrong with her. Defense walked through messages. Did we do this already? I think we did. They dismissed for the day. Prosecutors expect to question Ventura for another hour after defense finished cross-examining her. So they still got her in there? Damn, they working the shit out of Cassie. They might end the whole trial this week because they ain't working with shit. They might have to call it quits this week. Like, what? How they gonna drag this shit on for 8 weeks? They gonna drag it on until July for what? How many times can you talk about a freak off? Don't know. Whew, my God, man. This shit is retarded. Okay, we got to get back into this. Y'all listening? Okay, here we go. I do apologize.
It seems like jurors
Run that
could
back.
see this little dirty and grimy as opposed to sexual and spontaneous. It seems like jurors could see this as her perhaps initially wanting to do something with him and eventually finding out that it was not what she signed up for, right?
Right, absolutely. So you're going to have to juxtapose the testimony from the prosecution on direct with what we are seeing now on cross. And if there's any question in terms of raising that reasonable doubt, whether there were some consensual times or this was just regret rather than being coerced into something that she did not want to do at the time, that's going to be something that the defense is going to want to hit home to that jury. So you see the building blocks with this cross-examination in trying to raise that reasonable doubt, taking the narrative that the prosecution was able to get out from her on direct.
Sean Diddy Combs, even though you freaked off with Cassie millions of times with her consent, the times where she didn't feel like it is the times where you are guilty. We are giving you life in prison without the possibility of parole for freaking off with Cassie Ventura when she did not feel like it on those days. Like, justice has been served. Sean T.D. Combs will be serving a life sentence. It's not because Cassie Ventura didn't enjoy the freak off. She admitted that she orchestrated him and set him up. It's the fact that sometimes she wasn't in the mood, even though she continued to participate, and Combs not knowing that she wasn't in the mood because she consented to doing something that she personally really didn't want to do without letting it be known to Mr. Combs. Yes, it's only right because when women don't want to do something, but they still do it, but nobody know that they don't want to do it. That's called corrosion and sex trafficking. And not to mention, they would freak off in different cities and states. Yes, they had escorts that was willing to come by and have sex with them, sexual encounters that they paid for, that Cassie Ventura orchestrated in order to spend times with Mr. Combs. She was concerned that he wouldn't spend time with her unless she was freaking off. He didn't want to be around her unless she was freaking off. She was a little jump off booty for Diddy, and that's why he's spending the rest of his life in jail. How they gonna conclude this bullshit? Like, yes, Cassie consented to most of the freak-offs, but he must spend life in jail for the times that she didn't necessarily want to do the freak-offs, even though she didn't let him know specifically when those times were. Like, and yes, and the time she got violent with him and he got violent in return, he should have not defended himself against Cassie. Man. They all look stupid. He looks stupid. They look stupid. Everybody looks stupid. They look dumb for even going to for even trying to make this shit stick. They trying to I don't know what the fuck they trying to do. They trying to convince you that it's chicken in these ramen noodles and it ain't nothing but sauce. It's bouillon. Ain't got not one piece of chicken in it, man. They trying to convince you this a chicken sandwich, and all you got is tomatoes and the lettuce and extra Cassie mayonnaise. That's it. They trying to convince the public that it's something that is not. Even though Cassie is making it clear as day that it really ain't even that. That it really ain't even that deep. They trying to make it deep because they trying to keep their fucking job. They're like, whoa, well, shit, I got a Bentley outside, bro. Yeah, Diddy's gonna pay for my fucking Bentley. Like, oh no, Cassie bombed on the stand. How am I going to be able to afford my new house? Oh, well, you know what? Even though Cassie said that she was consensual, it was the unconsensuality that the part that she didn't say out loud. I mean, he's guilty. He's guilty because Cassie, she was only 25. I mean, well, when they first met, she was 19. Even though it was a consensual. I have to pay my mortgage. These motherfuckers, they about to be in debt like a motherfucker if they don't keep this thing going. Like, I bet $35,000 on Cassie's testimony. What do you mean it's garbage? Like, what do you say? You lost your money. Your fucking testimony garbage, Bob. What the fuck you mean her how can her testimony be garbage? What about the freak off? Well, actually, a freak off is just when her and Diddy hire a male escort. It wasn't even a fucking party. What do you mean? What the fuck? I thought I was jumping. I thought I was swinging from the chandeliers. Whatever happened to that shit? What about the baby oil? They put drugs in the baby oil? Like, I mean, baby oil. Fuck, you put a blunt in the baby oil. I mean, nobody's going to get high if it rubs against their skin. It's just fucking retarded. Like back in the day, I used to roll blunts like a jackass until I found out that I could rub the weed on my ass. Booty bomb. They're going to be selling that shit in the smoke shops. Instead of the smoke shop, it's going to be the rub down. Like, yo, I just went up in the rub down, got me a new potion and everything. I'm over here rubbing this shit on my body, feeling hot in the motherfucker, man. Like, what y'all in here rubbing on? Like, rubber dub. They going it's new rappers. They gonna be talking about rubber dub. I'm in the club, nigga. Rubber dub, nigga. Know what's up? What? Like, yo, I was with this bad bitch last night. Went down to the rub down, got a little bit of that rubber dub, dog. Man, got to putting it all on her shoulders and shit. Next thing you know, she got real horny and started popping that ass like Cassie. Oh, man. Like, it's a freak off, everybody. They was doing that shit in the newsrooms when it was popping, when it was hot. When it first came out, like, come on, let's go freak off. Like, yeah, let's do that shit, man. They was out there doing what they thought a freak off really was, making a fool out of themselves. They chasing hamsters around the room, like, come on, we freaking off. Got nipple rings. Nipple rings and shit. They don't put the drugs in the baby oil. They trying to emulate this shit for what they thought it was. Come to find out, it wasn't even that. Like, me, you, and you, let's get together and do a freak off. Like, I'm totally down for that shit. Come on, everybody, let's get nasty. Ain't that a motherfucking bitch? Oh, man. I'm going to be back with more of this news. Y'all stay tuned. Cassie wish he never would have touched. Diddy wish he would have never touched her nasty ass. Now he's sitting in jail because he was in a relationship with a clown for way too long. If he would have cut it off, he would have been safe. If he would have cut it off a long ass time ago, he let that shit go on for way too long, man. How you give a chick like Cassie a decade out of your life and she ain't even got no ass? He had to be on drugs. Like, Cassie, I don't know. When I take this shit right here, like your ass, I don't know. You got an apple bottom. Like, I don't know. It's like I got 3D goggles and everything. As soon as I take these drugs, your butt keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Like, I'll be higher than a motherfucker looking at your little skinny ass. Oh my God. Y'all gotta let me know how y'all feel about this in the comment section, man. I gotta get out of here. We're gonna be back later. I got so much love for y'all beautiful ladies out there. I risk my motherfucking life. I risk my life to give you documentations, girl. I risk my life to give you documentations, girl. I risk my life to give you documentations, girl. I risk my life to give you documentations, girl. Sean got the jocks. I'm keeping it.